Hello everyone, I'm your host Asaron, and today I will look at the strategy game Conundrum, a convenient alliteration which encapsulates this complaint. I both love and loathe strategy games, be it turn-based or real-time. Yes, I'm a bit rubbish at them, more like mediocre really. However, this does not stop me from playing the hell out of them. Especially Command & Conquer, which is a favorite series of mine. Regardless, I will not deal with multiplayer here though. This is purely from my gameplay perspective, mainly campaign modes and pre-made scenarios, such as fan-made missions or from the side of developers. I really enjoy the general challenge in 0 Hour, but the base game is fairly easy and a lot of interesting content was cut. The mod Shockwave restored most of it and then some, blowing new life into the game. A couple of triggers did break though, making some maps a tad too easy. On the opposite side of the spectrum is Contra 009, which overhauls the entire thing and makes it hard. No, not just hard, a slog. You know, like waddling through a marsh wearing soggy sneakers caked in mud during a torrent of rain. A sodding hailstorm of endless waves of units, super weapons and artillery. The kind of units defensive troops cannot retaliate to, because it's outside of vision range. Unless babysitting takes place. Patrols, what is that? I don't know, it doesn't seem to exist. Guard mode mostly works, but not most of the time really. And it just causes a traffic jam instead. But the moment I dare to split push or put my attention elsewhere for split seconds, everything goes belly up, like a dead fish in water after tossing dynamite into said water. A typical scenario goes like this. I pick a general to play and plump it down a base quickly as humanly possible, while also get a good economy going and a defensive wall, then hunker down for at least 20 to 45 minutes, getting my special powers online, unlocking super weapons, before I'm eventually bound back to Stone Age by the enemy super weapons. Which unfortunately leaves very few legit and efficient strategies for taking out the enemy without being overwhelmed like a roach on an anthill. The normal maps offer fair enough challenge, I suppose, once I find the best strategy. However, there are 3 bosses, which are scaled from doable, just a bellend, and oh god, why? What were you thinking? Needless to say, the USA boss is a straightforward affair. A GLA boiled stone to clean the toilet with a cotton swab, while being swarmed by angry gnats the size of tanks. However, China is an entirely different beast, because she comes with more artillery, more units, and there is no convenient choke point on the map to make up for the insane amount of infrastructure needed to survive long enough to exterminate Liang. To top it all off, there are at least 3 scripted reinforcement events, and her general artillery barrage power. About the only way to succeed is to trash each command center and the dozers within the 3 different bases, a course of action that is either ridiculously easily or insanely hard. It depends entirely on the general. Instead of a fairly fair and fun and challenging map, it becomes a quagmire, where nothing is fun and everything is just tedious to the max. Easy mode is terrible enough, but there are 2 more difficulties above that. Ironically enough, the normal general becomes a joke in comparison. I do not know how to balance this kind of skew difficulty though, but it happens with an irritating frequency. I do believe it often has to do with fans who play the game to death, setting the challenge rating based on their skill, instead of the general skill challenge of people not that heavily invested in the game. This holds true for titles like Advance Wars. Yes, Advance Wars is a real dick on this. Anywho, more on that another day. I'm your host Asron, signing out. Like, subscribe and follow me. Social media links down below.